We're going to gas each other out with our onion breath. You good?
I told you not to just eat a whole piece of it.
You said start. You said to start.
Sorry.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Start shaking.
Okay.
Start shaking. You shaking?
I'm shaking.
Anybody who's listening, start shaking.
Okay.
Start really letting your body shake it out, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Shake it out.
Yep.
Loosen your shoulders.
I'm really bad at that. I'm just flopping back and forth.
Let it drop. Let everything drop.
Yep.
Let everything drop.
Yep.
Bring it up. Bring your hands up.
Okay.
Keep shaking them.
Okay.
Keep shaking them. Start doing like monkey run, like shake, you
I
know?
don't know what that means, but yeah, sure.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Like, ooh, ah,
Okay.
you know, like all crazy, right?
Sure.
You're monkey running and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, you feeling loose? You feeling good? We're shaking out
Loose.
the end of the year.
Whoa!
We're bringing it in to a new year
Wow.
and a new episode of Soup. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SMSoup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I am Spencer.
And I'm Shelby.
And together, we're here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions like, waiter, how is this soup made?
Waiter, how much onions in this
A little
soup?
too much onion in this French onion soup.
Not enough French.
Not enough French. Not enough cheese. That's French onion, right?
Yeah, I think it's got the hard crusted top.
Yeah, and the cheese is like spilling out over the side of the bowl.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Or is that called something else?
I don't know.
Anyway, we are officially back. And you might be saying, Spencer, you idiot. You guys released an episode last week. You're already back. Yeah, but that was a weird one.
We didn't have time to talk about anything.
Right. So we weren't back. We're
No.
now back. That was a soft launch. You know?
I forgot I had homework.
Yeah, like, oh, we're doing this because we have to.
Yeah.
Not because we want to.
Yeah. Basically.
Last week was our movie episode. Just a reminder. Movie Club is the last week. The last episode of every even month.
So we just recorded that. Now we have to race through
10 movies.
10 movies
And
before
we
the
have a
end
little
of
less time,
February.
technically, because
I know.
we recorded and
And
finished that up.
February's short. Dude, we're so cooked.
Oh my God, February is short.
Yeah.
There's only 4 Mondays.
We're so cooked.
Just like every other month.
So cooked.
Unless it falls weirdly. But I don't think it could, right?
I don't think so.
Like February always has to have at least 4 Mondays.
Yeah. It's just other months end up having 5.
Some. Like 2. Like
yeah,
2
because
months,
we
maybe
couldn't
3.
just even it out.
We couldn't.
Well, yeah, because we suck.
No, that's just not how Caesar wanted it.
Yeah, he sucks. We hate that guy. Maybe we should stab him.
Who do we hate more? Julius Caesar or
bad salad, if you ask me.
Ronald Reagan?
Ooh.
Who's done more harm?
Well, I have some pretty big recency bias, so I don't know if I can answer this fully accurately.
Right, because we did just watch Caesar.
But would we have had Reagan without Caesar? Would destroying Caesar butterfly effect, thus never giving us Reagan? Or
we would have had Super Reagan.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
So I think to play it safe, Reagan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what else would we study in English class if not Julius Caesar? Who would have the play been about? Huh? Some schmuck like Brutus. That's all he wanted, Ray, was to play to be about him. What's up?
What?
Isn't that the other guy in the play? Isn't that his friend who ends up stabbing him?
Hamlet?
Huh? Julius Caesar?
Macbeth?
His mom?
Romeo?
Anyway, we're back. We're so back, baby. Spencer, what have you been up to
I?
in the past few weeks?
Off the heels of no longer needing to platinum
Yeah.
video games.
How does it feel?
I have been playing
So many.
Balatro, whatever. I always end up saying something different. And it's so much fun.
Playing a video game just for fun?
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I could never have played this last year. It's not true because I played so much MLB The Show. But I could have never played it last year.
Yeah. And it feels good.
Feels good. And
I'm happy
then
for you.
I mean all my updates are just video game related because I'm loving video games again.
Yay!
I'm just joking. I've always loved video
I know.
games and never wavered once.
You definitely had to have a different relationship
I just hated a challenge.
with it this year, yeah.
But I still enjoyed a lot of the games I played.
Right.
But so got you a PS5.
Yeah.
That's a whole story.
I'm a gamer now.
But I bought Shelby a PS5. Then it wasn't coming here fast enough, so then I canceled the order, and then Shelby went out and bought herself a PS5.
And then that PS5 didn't
And
work.
then that PS5 didn't
so
work.
I then had to go return it and get myself a new one.
I went for the return and the new one,
That's right.
but
Sorry.
it was still on your card,
yeah.
so I didn't buy you
It doesn't matter.
a PS5. But we've been playing Power World,
yeah.
and that has been so much fun.
That has been so much fun.
And what else? Yeah, I mean, those are my main updates.
I keep playing the Infinity with Nikki.
Yeah, Infinity Nikki, yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any other, like, big updates, though. Yeah.
I mean, you turned 28. Right? How old were we? Did you not want me to bring it up?
One step closer to the grave, and I'm about to break.
Anyway.
I feel nothing.
About your birthday?
Yeah.
About your age?
I mean, I know we've talked about it, like, so
Yeah.
many times.
I'm interested because I would say I don't either. Most of the time, I'm not sure how old I am.
Yeah, right.
And then I don't care. Like I can truly confidently say I don't care about my age. The only time I've cared is when it has meant I'm not old enough to do something.
Right.
Why are you glaring at me like that?
So I'm curious if, like, once we actually hit 30
That's about
or
it.
40 and,
Yeah.
like, hit those
Will it
numbers,
feel different?
will it matter a little bit?
Yeah.
But
I feel like no. I feel like no
also
to
feel like
30.
probably no.
I won't confidently say about 40. I feel like
Yeah.
no to 30.
Well, because 40 will be well past midlife
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Because life expectancy in the US is only dropping. So by the time we're 40, life expectancy will probably be,
Like 47?
it might be down below 60.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have to live with that looming over our heads.
Sure.
And one of my greatest fears in life is death. So not looking forward to having to come to terms with that. But as it stands, like year in, year out, I don't dread on those things.
No.
I feel like
me
so many
neither.
people actually do. It's kind of upsetting. And sorry, the last thing I was
Go
going to say is, like, I feel like the older you get, it's easy to sit here and be like, oh my God, I can't even imagine being 60 because I'm going to be so close to death. And that scares me, right?
I like how you're like, I don't fear it, but every age you've said, you're like, I'm close to death.
Right. But I can sit here and say an age that is a light year away,
Right.
you know?
Sure.
And think like, oh my God, that's so close. But I feel like every year you get closer to that age and therefore get closer to death, the more and more to terms you
Yeah.
come with it.
Yeah.
And it becomes a lot easier to, like, not dread those things. It's
yeah.
easy to dread
I
death now
Yeah.
because there's still, I can think of 60, I can think of 80, I can
Yeah.
think of, like, the ages of our parents, our grandparents, and so on, right?
Yeah.
And think, like, I hope to get there,
Yeah.
you know, for what it's worth. And so death is extremely scary now.
Yeah.
But I feel like every year it should become less and less scary.
I think in theory, yes.
Also,
Practicality / in practice,
yeah.
probably not.
Also, I should just stop fearing it because, like, once it happens, it's lights out. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
like, what
you
does it
probably
matter?
won't. I'd be pretty safe on betting you won't care afterwards.
I'd be safe on betting that I won't even realize it's happening.
Really, you think?
Hopefully.
I mean, hopefully.
2 to the head,
Whoa.
1 to the chest.
Nope.
I'm talking about my fight with Mike Tyson. I'm hoping he punches me twice in the head and then once in the chest.
I'm thinking the 5-finger death punch.
Oh, a little Kill Bill action.
I find aging, I don't want to say exciting, but it's not exciting. I really feel so indifferent about it.
Exactly.
Because never in my life have I ever wanted to backtrack. Truly.
Yes.
I have never been the person who's like, things were just so much better when I was 25. Like, I've never felt that way. So to
I
me,
don't think we have.
so to me, moving forward is
Yeah.
just like what happens, and if anything, I'm probably gonna like it better upon reflection,
Right.
than like now
Yeah.
or 3 years ago or
Yes.
10 years ago.
I will say that I don't think we have anything to fall back on that's all that great.
No,
I think once you're in your 60s, you can look back on your 20s and 30s
sure,
and think
yeah.
wow.
And that's not to say
We're
you
in our
can't-
mid to late
Yeah.
20s, and what we're looking back on is school.
Exactly. Yeah, but when I hear people who are like, I'd go back.
Oh, I know.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
can never relate to that.
If
No,
people
and
who
you're
say-
right.
people
I'm
who
not going to
would
say
go
I will
back to-
never look back and be like, but I just think things get, I do think things get better.
Yeah.
Like, I just think like
They don't.
you,
Things do not get better.
you grow, you think about things differently, you actually experience
Personal
everything.
growth gets
Personal
better.
growth, yeah.
Things do
Things
not get
not
better.
necessarily. But
Things
you know,
continuously get worse.
like I just, I don't know. That's my thought.
Cost of living goes up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all shit.
It is all shit.
What was I gonna say?
I have no idea.
We
We have nothing to fall back on.
People who are like, I go back to high school.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
psychopaths.
Actual psychopath.
Sociopaths.
Yeah.
Like all you're saying is you peaked in high school and you're
Yeah.
a fucking loser now.
No, it's called the only friends I were ever able to make were the ones that were forced to spend time with me on a day-to-day basis. And
I
now
look
I
back
don't
at-
know what to do.
I look back at high school.
Yeah.
Loser then.
Yeah.
Loser now.
Oh yeah.
Why would
baby.
I want to go back?
Hell yeah.
Why would I want to go back? I
Hell
fucking
yeah.
hated high school.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Literally nothing fills me with a sense of dread more than like thinking about like high school and just my existence.
I
then.
agree.
Fucking terrible.
I agree.
And then college is like the coin flip. College
Mhm.
is like, well, I did get to spend all that time with my friends and stuff like that. There was one hang up though.
School.
Spending a lot of money and school and work and doing all that shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, you had an itinerary.
while we were gone, some funny things happened.
Yeah.
One, for one night, I decided I was going to be social. I was going to,
Oh God.
I was even going to possibly, I'll input in really, really loose terms, network. I think that makes it sound a little cold for what I was going to. I was trying to go to an event that someone had loosely invited me to. Like they were going to be there,
It was
and they
like a
just were like,
public
"You should
event."
come." Yeah,
Exactly.
completely public, whatever, very artsy. And it's really, it was like near us. I was like, "Oh, great." Thursday night, which I was like, "Whoa, you want me to leave my house on a Thursday night? You know what? For once, I'll do it."
Canceled a stream for it.
Canceled the stream for it because it was a big deal that I was gonna go out and I was gonna be artsy and meet other people. How long would you say I lasted at the event?
Dude, I don't know. It was a bad sign when you called me before you even walked in.
So I called you because, well, one, I parked. My anxiety was already kicking my ass when I parked approximately 3 buildings down. And to be clear, the building I wanted to go to had parking, but I panicked and whipped into somewhere and was already freaking out. Then upon walking to the building where I could have parked and needed to be, because there wasn't a giant sign out front that told me what it was.
That said, "Hey Shelby,
This is where you want to be."
come here."
I literally panicked, and so instead do what I do when I panic, and I walk around the building completely and call Spencer whenever I'm having anxiety over something. And I call you and I'm like, "So I think I'm here, but I don't know, and I just want to die." And I ended up going inside, did a lot of uncomfortable shuffling and awkward smiling. And
Did you even talk to anybody?
then I left. The most words that came out of my mouth were, "Excuse me," and "I'm sorry."
Bro.
And then I went home. I think I lasted about 15 minutes, maybe 20.
It's not a good sign.
It's not a good sign. It was one of those moments where I was like, I thought I'd come a really long way with my general social anxiety, which I would still say I have. But I haven't felt that level of discomfort in like a really long time. So I was dying after the fact. One, I obviously just felt like a loser. And then two, I was like, wow, it's really just still there. It's all hanging out there, just waiting to come out.
Do you think it's because you went by yourself?
Yes, 1000%. And you know what's like really irritating is someone else I know who hadn't met, like I didn't know they were going or anything, posted that they were there like an hour later. And I was like, if it would have timed out that I saw them, I probably would have been there all night. And then I probably would have talked to people. And then, you know what I mean? Like, which I could have just stayed. But it just like, it felt like one of those moments where like, for probably one of the first times in my life, I felt like the most uncool human in the room. Like, I felt like a giant loser.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else around me just looked really cool. Like, they looked artsy and they looked like they belonged there and they looked hipster and there was like a vibe. And I was like, oh no, I'm the loser.
Yeah.
And it felt like everyone knew each other. And it just felt like I was going to be the one person standing on the side of the room, avoiding everyone. And I didn't want to look like that because that's what I do. So I left. So yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. Gotten a few giggles out of that out of the past few weeks.
I don't even know if I can call it giggles. It's just like
unfortunate,
I'm
sad. Yeah, it's very
it makes
sad.
me sad.
Yeah.
It actually depresses me a little bit, if I'm being totally honest. You called me and you're like, I'm coming home. And I said, oh no, Shelby.
Yeah. So, you know.
It's tough. I would have been the exact same.
I was happy I went, but I'm laughing that I didn't stick it out at all. So that pretty much sums me up as a person. And yeah, I did have a note about Grogu breaking into his automatic feeder without us even giving him a meal out of it. But I don't really know if that's like that entertaining of a story. But we traveled for the holidays.
We did.
Grogu stayed here and was checked on. Hence why we got an automatic feeder. So we knew he'd be good day to day. And our dog came with us. It was our first time going on any trip with her. Our first time bringing her into anyone's home that wasn't ours. Yeah, she had never to that point with us been in the car longer than an hour. Mm-hmm. An hour was the most we'd seen her in the car. And to be clear, she'd done fine. Like, could tell she was like didn't love it, but doesn't freak out, doesn't get motion sickness, doesn't start having a panic. It's like doesn't do any of the things that like normally you're like, oh my god, my dog's terrible.
Yeah, my dog's like
being in
distress.
The car. Yeah, she wasn't loving it, but she wasn't like freaking out in that hour of a car ride. But we knew we were taking a bit of a gamble because we jumped from 1 hour in the car to probably at minimum 8 to 9, and that's if we didn't hit any traffic. So yeah. So we did opt for some medication to make it easier just in case. Yep. But as a whole, she did incredible.
She did really well.
We're going to brag about our dog like we always do our cat whenever we travel with our cat.
Yeah.
Basically, we're like, we travel with our animals, which we like, not in a good way, don't really practice a lot of outside of the one time a year we tend to do it.
Yep.
And then we're like, oh my god, our animals are so good. They're just like, they're so good at traveling. They just take anything we throw at them. And the whole time.
Grogu every time has thrown up or shit or like he's always gotten sick to some degree.
He does hate the car ride, but he loves.
He loves a new area.
He loves a new environment. He goes crazy. He gets so excited and like cozies up to it like within an hour to 2 hours. And then is like being crazy because it's all new stuff for him to smell. Like we just need to start like taking him to friends' houses that like live here, so that it doesn't have to be hours in a car where he shits and pukes and has a meltdown
Yeah.
to then let him go crazy. But anyway, yeah, honestly was very proud of her. She is a lot as a whole, but
She did good.
she did very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She also got to enjoy the great outdoors without city sounds, without, honking, ambulances, people. And she was clearly so like chill. Like she was loving being outside. Well, she loves being outside here.
Yeah.
But it did make me sad because like you could tell she like could have spent all day outside.
Yeah.
Like all day. She was loving it. Which just means we need to take her more places because we've had no time to do that in 2024. So, but no, she did great and it was fun. The holidays were good. It was pretty cold, which I don't like, but it was nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And I just crocheted and read the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was very nice.
And I didn't take my PS5 with.
And you didn't take your PS5. You're brave.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, we figured we would...
Wait a sec.
What? Was there something else?
Well, yeah. You said that you had some stuff that happened between the last time we recorded and now.
Yeah, I tried to go to a social outing.
Yeah, I have some stuff.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I thought you meant
Tom Cruise says he wants Glenn Powell to replace him for Mission Impossible.
Shut up.
I know. What?
How long have you been holding that from me?
A long time. A really fucking long time. At one point, we were watching the new Mission Impossible thing, and you turned to me and go, "Is this the last one?" And I went, "No." And then they like really set it up like this is the last one, and I had to just sit there on it and be like, "Well," because like it probably is the last for Tom Cruise, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like that's what they've been gearing towards.
He said that he would love if Glenn Powell
Shut up.
replaced him.
Shut up. That's crazy. He actually said that.
Yeah.
Okay. You said. Wait, and then didn't we have a whole conversation where I was like, I think Mission Impossible will have like one good turnout movie post Tom Cruise, and you were like, you said no one will bring it out unless it's Glenn Powell. Didn't you literally say that? Because you had literally read that Tom Cruise said he wants Glenn Powell. You did say that.
I said the only way that the Mission Impossible movie will make money
is if it's Glenn Powell.
Is if it's Glenn Powell.
Yeah, and I said they're gonna fuck themselves and try and make it Jeremy Renner 20 years too late. You sneaky bitch. That would be interesting. Well, I guess I need to actually... I guess I'll give you my thoughts after Twisters.
Okay.
I don't think I've paid enough attention to Glenn Powell actually acting. I understand he's big right now. I haven't paid enough attention to him to have a strong feeling on that. But if Tom Cruise says
he's in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, but I couldn't even tell you anything about.
He's not Miles Teller.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I can picture as Miles Teller, so.
And that stupid mustache.
Yeah. But if Tom Cruise says it, I trust Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, big fan of Glenn Powell, apparently.
Okay.
And then, so both of my things aren't anything that happened to us. It's
That's fine.
Things that happened in the zeitgeist. So this one is very delayed, but apparently, I don't even know if any of this is verified or factual, and none of it matters, and I don't actually care. So I just want to be very clear about that. But apparently, you know who Barry Keoghan is, right?
Yes.
Did you know that he is/was dating Sabrina Carpenter?
Yes. That's her whole please music video has him in it, and everyone was like, bold to put your boyfriend in it.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You don't know if they still are?
Correct.
Okay. Because apparently he cheated on her. What?
Oh my God.
With Brecky Hill.
Who's that?
So I'm going to need you to go to Google Images.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to search Brecky Hill. And then in another tab, go to Google Images and search Sabrina Carpenter.
I like how it literally put Brecky Hill - Sabrina Carpenter as the autofill, because it literally was like, you were curious?
Who are you looking at
Brecky?
first? Brecky.
Okay.
Who are you looking at
Because there's
first?
apparently a Becky Hill as well.
Okay. But are you looking at Brecky Hill?
I'm looking at Brecky Hill.
Yep. Okay. Brecky
Okay.
Hill.
Yep.
So you just look at.
Are you about to try and tell me that they look the same?
Nope.
Because they're both blonde.
Nope.
Okay.
That is not what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And now you're looking at images
I'm now
of Sabrina
looking
Carpenter.
at Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, let me see.
Are you about to say Barry Keoghan? Or are you a fucking idiot?
Is it really worth it? Like, if one is better than the other, marginal. Right? Right? Can we all just be serious for 2 seconds? Right?
I think they could both do better.
Both of them could do better than Barry?
Yeah.
Because he's
The worst.
a cheater?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
I
But you know what I mean? What an insane thing. If true.
mean,
Also, who cares?
who cares?
But like, that's just so funny. Like, it's always so funny with like celebrities and stuff.
It's so funny that you and I are sitting here, like, kind of putting question marks at the end of most of our sentences because we don't actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And what's sad is there are so many people who are like, oh my, like, if you would have said that sentence,
Yeah.
they would have been like,
They'd be like, yeah,
oh
he
my
deserves
God.
the death penalty. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, yeah, for being dumb and thinking one is better than the other.
Right.
I just wanted to point that out. I just thought it was really funny.
That
It's
is
like,
really funny.
It's just so funny with like celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, did you hear that so-and-so cheated on so-and-so? And you're like, that's insane because that person is like drop dead gorgeous. Like, what? Why would you cheat on that person?
Yeah.
Which obviously I know there's so many other things that go into cheating outside of looks and stuff like that. That, like, couldn't even go into the entire like psychological and socioeconomical impacts of cheating.
Anything else? Any political impacts?
A lot of politics in cheating, for sure. But
well,
it's just
now we're gonna go watch Sabrina Carpenter's music video that he's in because I'm pretty sure in it it's basically like, please don't leave, please don't do me dirty, please don't cheat on me, please don't. I believe that. So I have heard it like twice.
Okay.
I believe that is the underlying message.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe, or I'm mixing like three things together. But I know he's in one of her music videos.
But it's just so funny. It's just like,
yeah,
you already bagged a hot chick,
dude.
Like,
Hollywood gets to your head.
and then you go and cheat on her with just another hot chick.
Yeah.
Like just a dime a dozen where
Sure.
you're at, you
I
know?
mean-
So what's so bad with the fruit you got? You know? What's so bad about it?
Why?
Just indulge in your inventory. It's
God.
fine. You don't need to go outside. You don't need to go outside. You don't need anything.
Stay safe in here. That's funny. That's even a rumor or anything I would never have heard. So thank you for updating me.
I got you. That's also really old news.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like
I believe you.
probably a month.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm sure he's already dating someone else and cheating on them.
Yeah, maybe.
So we filled out some little papers that we're gonna read the answers. We haven't read them to each other. Just a quick like best of 2024 moments is kind of what it's supposed to bring up. And we're gonna share our answers for the first time to each other, and then it's gonna kind of divulge into like what we're looking forward to in 2025.
Yeah.
I also listened to our first episode of 2024 where we sort of said if we have goals, what some of our thoughts are on the air, and what we'd hoped to achieve.
Yeah.
So I'll also be recapping some of that to just see.
Cool.
You know, do we feel like we did it? You know, and what are we doing moving forward?
I hope I understood the assignment. In typical me fashion, as if I were doing homework.
Yeah. You put like one answer.
I didn't show my work. I just kind of.
What was there to show?
Well, you know what I mean. Like I didn't fill these in.
What are you talking about?
Like, I didn't fill it all in.
Oh,
There's a lot of white.
I feel like you're fine. I just made a really quick sheet that, I mean, we'll just say the like topic or question or whatever,
Really
and then
stupid,
we'll
honestly.
each read all. We'll each read some of our stuff.
2024 favorite moments of the year. First, favorite movies / TV shows. Go ahead.
I'm so afraid this first thing I say we didn't watch in 2024, but when I tell you which I think is okay because you said for music, yours is going to be the same almost every year. And when I tell you that what's my favorite show, this was the first answer that popped into my brain. So I have one show. Our Flag Means Death. I couldn't for the
We
life of
probably
me.
watched it in 2024.
Like really
season
early.
2.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But
maybe?
regardless, I put Our Flag Means Death because I think that's one of my favorite shows that I've watched.
Okay.
It sticks in my brain.
Sure.
And then for movies, these were 2 new ones from the year. First one was Brooklyn, which we watched because of Movie Club.
Yep.
Second, we had just watched this, but it's already a fave. A Few Good Men. Tom Cruise, all the way.
Did we watch that in 2024?
We did.
Did we?
Did we not? We watched it on... Well, now I need to look at the calendar. Didn't we watch it on... When did we watch that?
I don't know.
Well, we filled these out on the 1st. So did we watch it that day? We did fill this out on the 1st.
Okay.
So at worst case, we didn't watch it. We didn't watch it in 2024.
Okay.
But
maybe we did.
I thought we
I
did.
feel like no, we didn't.
When did we watch it?
We watched it on January 1st.
That's so funny.
You're a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit. So sorry, guys. It's my favorite movie of 2025.
We matched on one of the things.
Okay. What'd you put?
Well, guess which one we matched on?
Our Flag Means Death?
No, you fucking idiot.
What? A Few Good Men?
No, because we didn't watch that in 2024 and I understood the assignment.
You put Brooklyn?
So for favorite movie/TV shows, I put The Wire. Great show.
Great
I
show.
loved it.
Yeah.
And then I wrote verbatim all the 2015/2010 movies that we got to watch because of Movie Club.
Whoa.
Brooklyn was included in there. And then I called out specifically Inception and King's Speech because those were 1 and 2 for
King's
us.
Speech was so good.
And Martian and Spotlight because those were 1 and 2 for me for the other year.
Yes. Very good. Favorite music/album/artist. Basically meaning you didn't have to like do one of each. You just whatever called down to you this year. Go ahead, Spencer.
So for a specific, I only put one specific album.
Yeah.
I got to listen to. I really felt like I listened to a lot more of One More Time, the new Blink album, this year.
Fun.
And I really, really like it. It's really good. And then just kind of piggybacking off of that in terms of like favorite artists on the year, I had obviously Blink because of One More Time. I felt like I was listening to an All In on Foo Fighters again.
Hell yeah.
Weezer as always.
Hell
and
yeah.
then a little sneak in last second, Baby No Money.
Oh my god, that
Big
did
fan of
sneak
Baby No
in for
Money.
you. Oh
Yeah.
my god. That's so fun. I put Noah Kahan. I put any of his music.
Yeah, for sure.
This year was a big Noah Kahan year for me. Benson Boone, and I had to specifically iterate his new album, Fireworks and Rollerblades, and I love listening to it from start to finish.
Mhm.
Love the whole album. And then sneak in song is Heather on a Hill by Nathan Evans. He's either, which apologies for just very cavalier mixing these two.
Are you sure you want to do this?
No. I'm not. I think he's Irish.
Yep, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have fucking done it. What is wrong with you?
I love that song.
What's his
Very
name?
fun. Nathan Evans.
He's Scottish.
Yeah, I'm done for.
You're dead.
I know.
A hit squad. Nathan Evans.
Nathan Evans. He better be. Please.
If you type in Nathan, what do you think Google's
Drake.
first suggestion is?
Drake.
No.
Nathan for you.
No.
I have no idea. I don't know any other Nathans.
Yeah, you do.
Nathan.
Fillion. Fun fact.
Ooh.
What was the guy's name?
Nathan Evans. You're gonna get me in so
He's
much.
fucking Scottish.
You're
you piece
joking.
of shit. You piece of shit.
I'm so sorry. He's Scottish.
What? Like I
will
told
commit
you
that to
not
my
to
brain.
do it. I told you not to do
I'm
it, and you still
sorry.
decided to.
I'm
you
sorry.
still decided. Like it's one of those things.
I
It's one of
know.
those things where you don't guess. Just like when you see somebody out in public, you don't go Asian. Oh no. But more specifically, Vietnamese, right? And then they look at you and you go, I'm Scottish.
Oh no.
You don't do that. You
I'm
don't do that with
sorry.
Scottish and
I'm
Irish.
sorry.
You don't do it with English, South African, or Australian. You don't do it unless you know for a fact. Milady is,
No, that's fair.
she's with me.
That's fair. I apologize. But
She knows.
I
Because
really
she's got a little Australian in her.
I liked a lot of Nathan Evans' music.
And if you say she's South
And
African,
that song is very fun.
she gets a little pissed. She's like, I'm not a part of the apartheid state. That is a fun song.
Makes me want to like stomp my feet.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, boot stomping.
Boot stomping. And then for the last one, favorite games of 2024.
Favorite game?
Everdell. The board game.
Oh.
I really enjoyed playing that.
Mm.
We had only like 2 or 3 good play sessions of it this year, but it's like a game I like feel like I've really come to enjoy a lot the more we've played it, and I'm like would be so ready to whip that out now, like randomly. And then the other one, it's back, baby. Pokemon Go.
I didn't rate Pokemon Go, but that's a good one. All I could think about when I had to fill this out was
Balatro. So
or
fair.
Balatro.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely up there. But other games that we talked about probably because of like recapping the challenge and everything.
Sure.
Dave the Diver was fantastic. I got to replay The Last of Us by playing The Last of Us Part 1, and that was so much fun.
Hell yeah.
I love that game so much, so like getting to enjoy that all over again is incredible. And I mean, I played so many really solid games.
Yeah.
The Artful Escape was like sneaky good.
Yeah.
So that was like tough, and all I could think of at the time was Balatro.
That's fair. Very fair.
Favorite memory of 2024, Shelby? What do you got?
I put I put 3 things, okay?
Okay, I put 2.
I put
It's okay to have multiple favorites.
This is a little corny, but I feel like in 2024 we made a lot of new friends and connections, and I put this is the most connected I've felt to people around me and a place probably since college.
Yeah, I also had that. And then I have 2 other things.
And then I put seeing Grogu become a big brother. And then I put
Hey.
Do you put that? What? No, you don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
I
Can you
just
take
don't,
this serious?
I just don't want Grogu to feel left out. I didn't want to just put getting Milady. I wanted Grogu to feel.
So is your other thing getting Milady, or
No,
that was
the
getting
last
Milady?
one. That was getting
Gotcha.
Milady.
Yeah.
The last one was spending a whole week trying to help Spencer with his headshot. I have a whole week where basically everywhere we walked, we went, oh, I think this is good lighting. And I would snap a photo of you really quick. And then we would come back in and you would see if it was an appropriate headshot for a presentation that you needed.
Oh, no, it was for an award before I got shit canned.
And that whole week was so funny.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't like getting your photo taken.
Mhm.
And it was just like, it just felt like there was so much stress around like getting a headshot and like it not needing to be so professional, but should be like nice and up to date because you haven't had like an up to date headshot of any kind. And so I just have the most random photos in my phone of like that whole week, and like everywhere we went, you standing somewhere for us to get a headshot. It's just really funny. Anyway, what are your favorite memories of 2024?
My favorite memories were, again, some of the ones you said, and then also Foo Fighters concert.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna write that.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking awesome.
Yes.
And then I would say, actually, technically, I would put it ahead of the Foo concert. My top moment of 2024 was our 100th episode of SMSoup.
That was great.
That was... I had that idea back in December or January of 23/24.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
and we kept talking about we would talk about it like constantly.
We kept it. We made sure we like remembered it and didn't forget about it. And then we actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
Talking for 100 straight minutes.
Really hard for us.
Of the podcast.
Yeah.
And like I felt like the execution of it's really good, and like I'm really like I was really happy with that, and I felt like that was just such a fun episode too, and like so stupid. So
agreed. two good ones.
Mm-hmm.
What was your learning moment of 2024?
I put fuck corporate America, bunch of snakes.
So fair.
You alluded to it with the headshot.
Yeah.
Well, no, I alluded
You
to it
alluded
when
to
you
it
brought
when
up
you
the
said you got
headshot.
canned.
Yeah, I got let go, and all's good now, obviously. But yeah, it sucks that our worth, our existence, and everything is literally tied to whether or not we have a job. And I'm not trying to say that oh, nobody should have to work. That's too idealistic, right? I get it, but
How
it really,
quickly one's security is removed
yep,
through that one action.
yeah, and I'm not gonna go as extreme as some people like to do, but people are pretty cruel when it comes to homelessness in America and stuff like that, and in terms of not caring. A lot of people will throw out a stat that you're a lot closer to being homeless than you are to being a billionaire, but nonetheless, the people who are the most cruel are the ones who are the closest to being homeless themselves. And again, not that we were ever in an extreme situation like that,
No.
but it does make you realize how very quickly stuff can kind of start crashing down as soon as you don't have gainful employment. And again, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have to work, because obviously in any sort of society, you have to contribute. There has to be contribution no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it just sucks that we're expected to just grind every day for shit that does not matter, and at any moment you can just get shit canned. But if I wanted to leave a company, I'm expected to give 2 weeks notice.
Right.
I'm expected to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But getting to see that side, very eye-opening, good to experience, I think, as early into my professional career as I could. But very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. And the whole job search and everything, just as shitty as it was 10 years ago.
Right.
Not 10 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So what was a learning moment for you in 2024?
I literally somehow have pushed out of my brain that even still happened this year, because it was this year was fucking crazy. And then I'd have people be like, well, you guys really went through a lot this year. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we got a dog.
You were like, yeah, I didn't go through anything.
No, but I did forget that was I do keep forgetting that was 3 months of our life.
I was talking to somebody who they were asking me what my goals are for 2025. And I was like, I normally don't really set goals. I normally just strive to maintain, because I feel like at the end of the year, if you can look back and say that things did not get worse, that is a huge victory that I think a lot of people take for granted, right?
Yeah.
And I said that, and he goes, well, that almost wasn't the case for you this year. I was like, yeah, almost.
Yeah, seriously.
Never missed out on that goal. I think things have always gotten better, at least stayed the same for me. So
that's good. I put my biggest learning moment was getting Milady and realizing I handle stress not well.
Yeah. Neither of us do.
I was like, the amount of underlying stress and anxiety it showed was damning, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I said I don't handle speed bumps as well as I like to tell myself. Seeing things going wrong.
Yeah, we both have a tendency to start to crash out over minor things.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme.
Yeah.
Normally it takes one of us. Well, I probably do a bad thing, but it's what I wish you would do for me, at least, when I'm crashing out over something that's not important.
Right.
Which is, because eventually I'm going to have that inward look of you're not saying anything. So then I'm going to start being I have the self-realization, but then because you haven't said anything, I'm like, Shelby thinks I'm overreacting to things, and then that just causes me to like get more worked up,
Yeah.
like internally.
Yeah.
And this probably doesn't help you, but when you get worked up, I try to see it from like the like outward scope of like it's not that important, so like let's just like calm down, like it's gonna be okay,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And I know that like some people are the exact opposite. They don't want to hear that. They want to just like let it out quick, which is also I think how I am. I do want to just let it out, but I also want to hear that verbal like, you know, tell me to start calming down. I might still let out a few yells of like, no, it's fucking annoying, you know, and then it's just like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm good, you know.
Yeah. Learning to handle frustration a little bit better.
Is that a goal?
No, but it should be. It should be a lifelong goal for me.
Let's look forward to 2025, Shelby, shall we?
Let's do it.
What's your word of the year?
I put, because I clearly have the worst vocabulary ever. Can't say I excel at Wordle. Can't say I'm good at anything like that.
Wordle?
Yeah, like I can't ever just come up with a word, you know?
Is it really hard for you to come up with 6-letter words?
It is. I put excited.
Is Wordle 6 or 5?
5. WROR.
Your word of the year is excited?
Oh, Wordle is 6. So I don't know.
Well, no, but I think it might be 5.
Excited because I just, not to say I didn't have exciting things happen in 2025, 24. Not to say I was never excited. I obviously was. But
No, you weren't.
I don't want life to feel like a grind. Even though it is a grind. And I get that. And there's shit you have to do. I like want things to feel exciting again, you know?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
I got some soup.
Like I want to have reinvigorated excitement in like my work, in this, in like, you know, just general day-to-day life.
Yeah.
That's it. What's your word?
So my word of the year is canonical. And then underneath it, I said, basically, I want to use as many words as possible to confuse Shelby. There was like a week ago or so, where I was just throwing out like empirical data to support the argument and stuff like that. And at the end of it, I like stopped and looked at you like, I'm using big words. I'm using big words. Do you know what I'm saying?
To me?
Do you want to try and use these words yourself without knowing exactly how to use them?
Maybe.
All right, Grogu.
I'm covering his butthole.
Well, he's attacking Mulaney, so maybe he deserves to get his butthole shown to the world.
All right, that's the last thing, and we'll wrap this up. Things I want to do this year.
I told you I was gonna put it.
What'd you put?
And I told you I did put it, and I swear to God, there it is at the top. Get money and get pussy. There's no way I could have edited that in up top.
There's no way. No way.
I did say I want to enjoy games way more than this past year.
Yep.
Which I feel like I'm already doing.
Good.
And again, not that I didn't enjoy games, but like not having a looming challenge tied to playing games, I think will definitely help.
Yeah.
And then also this past year, I did have technically a goal that was tied to streams by doing the 100 platinums. And so I do have another goal as it pertains to streaming, which is I want to do 110 streams this year.
So if you really love the sound of our voices,
I want to do 110 streams, which if we do 2 a week, which we're already off to a bad start, but if we do 2 a week, that's 104 right there.
Yeah.
So it's literally just saying 6 supplemental bonus.
Yeah.
Streams.
Sure.
Again, obviously as like there's going to be Mondays where we can't stream. There's going to be Thursdays where we can't stream. But again, that was another thing that I was like saying to you is like, I want to just be better about like actually filling in those days. So like if we can't do it on a Thursday, doing it on that Friday or like finding the makeup stream like within the week.
Not just pushing off
not
next
just completely
week.
Pushing it off.
Yeah.
So as long as we get close to that, I will be happy. I think we ended up with just under 100, if I remember, this past year. So yeah, that was like another thing that had me realize that like
it's not that crazy.
No.
Yeah. But just consistency. I get it. Things I want to do this year. I want to make pasta.
Okay.
Which I might be doing this weekend.
Cool.
Which will be really fun. I want to can anything. I want to can something.
Mm-hmm.
Successfully can one thing by the end of the year.
Did you tell me these already?
I don't think so.
I think you did.
I wrote.
This sucks.
I wrote basically let my hobbies consume my free time and feel no guilt about it. So a bit about just doing things I want to do and not feeling like I'm not being productive at all times. I did write, which this feels a bit of a stretch because a lot of logistics would have to happen for this to work. Go camping. Really, the only logistics that make that difficult are our dog and how she would handle that if she were to come with. And last thing I put is take a dance class because I think that would be really fun. So yeah, it's a year of activities.
Does it have to be a dance class, or can you and I try and learn a dance together?
We can learn a dance together. It doesn't have to be. Sorry, I just want to learn. Like I want to learn routine or learn a style of dance.
So,
or when I say class,
yeah.
like I'm fine with a class, or I'm fine with like learning something via online or whatever. We can learn the Pikachu dance again.
I saw a video where this girl kept getting woken up by her mom cleaning.
Okay.
So she decided to learn the full choreography to NSYNC's "It's Gonna Be Me."
What?
And then woke her mom up by doing it, and she fucking killed it. And I was like, yo, it'd be really fun to learn like a Backstreet Boys or NSYNC dance routine.
It would be very fun.
Because you know there's going to be a wedding.
Where that plays.
Where one of those songs is going to play.
You're right.
And we can fucking just own the dance floor.
That would be really fun. We can totally, I'm down. I just want to learn.
Because It's Gonna Be Me is the like,
I
right?
don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
no
It's Gonna Be Me is, one is NSYNC. And NSYNC had the like marionette like puppet album, and I'm pretty sure that song was specifically them in the music video. They're on like
they
puppet
are
strings.
like puppeted. Okay,
yeah.
I hear you.
So it's gonna be a lot of that stuff.
I just want to like do fun stuff. Like that's all I want. I want to be excited. I want to be excited about it.
Yeah.
Some of the quotes we put from 2024.
Oh my god! Wait. What if one of our goals is getting you to soar?
What does that mean? Where I run at you and then I have to lift me? I think we could do that.
That would be so much fun.
I think you and I think we could do that. Yeah. I also love the thing that they do it in a lot of older movies, but they do it in Greece. You know, the flip turn where like, and then normally she comes through the legs. Yeah. Like it's like literally like so you're John Travolta. Well, I'm John Travolta and what's her name?
Olivia
Newton-John like gets picked up, leg swoop left, up, leg swoop right, up, normally through the legs.
Okay.
Like I forget what that's called, but like I would just call it like a body swing or something.
Okay.
But I want to learn stuff like that.
Do you like touch down at all in between?
I think it depends.
Okay.
How strong are you feeling, Spencer?
2025, the year Spencer's back finally gives out.
I just want to learn like fun stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm totally down.
But also like hell, like if there's a like not crazy expensive like salsa class,
yes,
I would go learn salsa.
Totally agree.
Like I just want to do fun. I want to do fun stuff like that, and I miss classes. And things like that. Also, I'll talk about this next week. I want to talk about the camera thing that you suggested I do, but I'll talk about that next week because we're already way too long.
Yeah, one of our goals for SMSoup this year was to do 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, look how that's going. We're so chatty. Some of the quotes you put last year. You said trying to use, I think, reverse psychology. Quote, you can't become a multi-million-dollar painter. Update, I have not become a multi-million-dollar painter. We both planned to revive our YouTube.
So I was right.
We both planned to revive our YouTube channels last year.
Please get down.
Your 100 platinums goal. You said in terms of growing your channel, quote, if I gain 1 subscriber, it's a win.
If I gain 1 subscriber on YouTube?
You were kind of talking about both YouTube and streaming.
Well, streaming, I mean, it's not a subscriber.
I know.
Because a subscriber would be somebody paying me, so I don't know if I'd be that cavalier.
Yeah.
Maybe, though.
But you said that's all your goal was.
I mean, one person giving me more money would be a pretty massive win.
Sure.
I did gain a bunch of new followers on
did.
Twitch. And I did get a handful of subscribers, but on YouTube, but that was tied to Retro and Retrospect for sure.
Yeah.
And I did one of those. It's the meme of like writes a book, dies. Like literally that's like made a pretty good video.
Yeah.
Dies. Like just like haven't like been able to like get the motivation to make another one, which sucks.
It'll come.
I even was without a job for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I released the first Retro and Retrospect after that.
Yeah.
I really mumbled through that. Russia. Sorry, keep going.
You're okay. My goal overall was to have balance in my life in 2024, which I feel like I felt less stressed as a whole in 2024 than 2023. I don't know. I'd say it was a different kind of stress.
Yeah, dude, I guess if you're going to make goals, you might as well make them as vague as possible.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And then SMSoup specific, we were really excited because we had started our bi-monthly deep dive in 2024. And we did, I think, 3 or 4 of those, which that was
Yeah,
halfway through the
we
year.
did 3, yeah.
Okay. And then we were excited because we then also launched our bi-monthly movie club.
Listen.
Which has been
if we
top
next
tier.
week can come up with 2 new like mainstay ideas for the podcast, and by the end of the year one of them is still a thing, that's a victory.
I agree.
That's huge.
I agree. It was just really funny listening to it. And we were like, we're really excited. Deep dives.
I think the issue with doing the deep dives was that like it kind of became like a, oh shit, we have to do that.
Yeah.
I think like those just need to be much more freeform.
Yep.
I thought we could get them to be like scheduled and like routined.
Yeah.
I don't think that works.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We tried it.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's a huge win.
Yeah.
The movie club is here to stay, and it's the best. I love it.
It is the best. But yeah,
Let's go watch a movie.
let's go watch a movie. Thank you all for being here. Sorry that was long. We are trying to keep the episodes to about 30 minutes ish, 30 to 40. Moving
Basically
forward.
30 minutes. If we see it's at 30 minutes, we aren't going into another topic.
Exactly.
We're finishing the topic,
Yep.
and then hopefully we have ideas for the next week.
Yep. But yeah, I just didn't want to cut us off because don't want to keep talking about year updates 3 weeks into January. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Here we go on another year of SMSoup. And
Will we make it an entire year this time?
ooh, find out by coming back next week. Okay, bye.
Releases the second episode of the podcast for the year. Dies.